I'm starting a challenge where I'm going to read a book from every single country in the world, and today is going to be part one. So, the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to spin a wheel, see what country I get, and then read a book from that country. My rules at this point are quite loose. I'm trying to read a book where the author is from that country and that is based in that country. So, to kick off part one, I'm going to spin the wheel and see what country I'm going to get. And the first country is Ghana. So luckily I already have a book for this on my shelves. So the book I picked for Ghana is Homegoing by Yagyasi. This book follows two sisters and what happens to their descendants. One sister who was sold into slavery and one who became a slave trader's wife. It spans multiple generations and takes place both in America and in Ghana. This was such an interesting one to pick for my first one in this series because Yagyasi wrote one of my favourite books, which is Transcendent Kingdom, but I've never read Homegoing, which is actually her first book. I wanted to pick up Homegoing in particular because this follows two sisters through generations and it tracks the kind of history of the country as well as the history of their family. And as you can imagine, this is just a heartbreaking book. It's such a difficult book to read. I think just what pulled me through is Yagyasi's writing. It's beautiful and it's why Transcendent Kingdom is one of my favourite books. She has such a way with words and it's just absolutely astonishing that this is her debut book because it feels masterful, covering a huge amount of time, all these different characters, all these different themes, spanning the history of America and of Ghana, and it's just incredible. I would say just on a pure enjoyment level, I can't say that this is one of my favourite books, especially compared to Transcendent Kingdom, which is on my favourite shelf. I just think it's such a tough read because it really does not flinch away from what it's talking about. In terms of execution and writing, I would give this a 5 out of 5. In terms of my own enjoyment and like an overall rating, I would say this is maybe a 4-star, but definitely pick this up if you're interested. It's a beautiful book. It's hard to read, but it's really worth it. And I'm just so glad that I've read it. So that's me doing the first book in this Around the World Reading Challenge. Let me know if you've read it and also let me know if there's any other countries in particular that you want me to do next. And I'll try and get to them. Otherwise, I'll just spin the wheel again. So that's it for the first part of this challenge and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.